Good evening, folks, and welcome to the RBC Center here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, as we get ready for a heavyweight tilt between the Calgary Stallions and the Toronto Royals. Hi, everybody. I'm Les Talk here with you in Toronto. We are done with warm-ups. We are at the face-off dot, ready to go. Both teams rocking their alternate uniforms here today. Toronto going with their Lion's Mane yellow, and Calgary going with their Stallion Steel logos here today. Picked off there. Reinhardt now able to get away. We'll get it up to Pettersson. Pettersson across the line beats Alexanderson to the front. Stop there. It is Daniil Scott's back in net. They are going back to him after he was pulled from the game yesterday. The coach is saying they had a decision that they were only going to play these goalies a certain amount of time. Scott's put a wrench in that, but Belotas playing so many more minutes last night, they've decided to give him a break and go with Daniil Scott's here today as they move forward. So definitely not a change to the starter. It's just a rest issue for Toronto. Blocked away by Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov shots get blocked away. Olsen will flip it in. He'll be picked up behind the net by Bernier. Bernier looking to skate free. He's watched there by Allard. Goes across ice to Miller to Warshevsky. Stas Warshevsky to the red line. Gets it to Miller. Miller watched there by Johansson and a good hit along the boards. They'll continue to battle Johansson and Miller. Miller will kick it out from the corner. It'll come free to Arvidsson. Arvidsson looking to get it up ice. He'll carry across the blue line. Stopped up there. Marshall unable to get a shot away. Bernier now gets it up to Laine. Marcus Laine across the red line. It'll be bumped back. Leon Miller. He'll have it. Continue with it. He'll go over to Magnuson. Over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson will flip it in for Calgary. Alexanderson first one on it for Toronto. 4 minutes gone here in the first period. The matchup of the winner will move into first place in this division. Both teams come in tied with Montreal as well at 21 points. Entering action today, Montreal idle today. They're idle for the next few days. They don't play again until the 21st. They will host this Calgary Stallions team. So Calgary, with a great road trip here, could get the lead in the division and then extend that lead with a game over Montreal again. Oh, and a good stop there by Scott as it's kicked aside. Puck loose now in front, and Thibault will get it away. He'll get it up to Arvidsson. Arvidsson on the skate. Dangles through. Puts the brakes on. Gets to the slot. Shot gets blocked away by Bork. Puck is free. Into the corner. It's Ostergaard. Over to Thibault. To Alexanderson. To Ostergaard. Down low. Fetisov. Stop there. Not sure if it got on net to Fauschenbauer or not. Magnuson pressed to the boards there in the corner. Ostergaard comes free. Tried to feed a pass across, and it's picked off. Mateus Shepard gets it to Marcus Laine. He'll get the red line and get hit there. Unable to get it deep. But now Shepard picks up the puck. Great back check there by Peter Alexanderson as it looked like he was beat for a sec. But he gets back into play. Takes the puck away from Shepard. Puck is behind the net. Cousins gets it out front to Long. Shot! Stopped in front. And Fauschenbauer will dive on that. Not sure if that puck actually did get to Fauschenbauer or if it was deflected wide. Either way, Fauschenbauer going to cover that one up. So we'll go with Kawaguchi against Slater. Top line out for Toronto against the fourth line of Calgary. Calgary able to win the draw. Reed over to Winslow. Winslow to Delaney. Poked away. Olsen will get it near center ice. And now Kawaguchi will look to attack into the zone. He'll get inside. Olsen, stop there. Oh, and Fauschenbauer left a rebound there, but Olsen unable to get another whack at it to get it through. So another draw coming here. Again, that fourth line for Calgary against the top line of Toronto. And Slater wins another draw away from Kawaguchi. Delaney up ice. Being watched there. Pressed to the boards. Thibault with a good hit. Jeremiah over to Thibault. Thibault will carry. He'll get it into the zone and flip it into the corner. Kawaguchi and Winslow will fight for it there behind the Calgary net. Reed turns it over. And they'll continue to pester here. Olsen. Shot! He scores! So Leif Olsen gets the turnover there. So that forecheck of Toronto, we talk about it, especially this top line, goes to work there. And Leif Olsen gets the Royals on the board. Vincent Bowman now with it. He'll get to the red line. Cousins in this fourth line now out for Toronto. He's plastered there. Top line for Calgary looking to respond. So they have a 1-0 lead here. And Pettersson bumped off the puck by his fellow countryman Alexander Sigurdsson. Darren Long will retreat, get it to Medved. Medved tries to squeeze it into Cousins, but it'll be picked off by Reinhart. Reinhart in front. Kuznetsov unable to get a shot away. And Scots will glove that one and hold right there. So a good look in front from Reinhart to Kuznetsov, but unable to get the shot on net there. Pretty fluid action here as we have crossed the halfway point. Early here in the game, Vincent Bowman will get it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard will flip in. It'll be Warshevsky on it. He'll come free of the boards. Flip it up to Fyodorov. Fyodorov goes to Bernier. Back to Warshevsky. Glove stop there. And Sigurdsson able to carry it away. To Tisov to the red line, and he'll flip in. Warshevsky to Shepard. Now Bogdanovich. Velimir Bogdanovich. Across the blue line. Carries wide. Stops up at the half boards. Tries to feed it back to Shepard, and it's knocked off his stick. Vincent Bowman will have it. They'll give it up to Fetisov. Go cross ice to Ostergaard. Bork pressed to the boards there by Fetisov. Puck comes free to the other corner. It's Cost on it. Oh, but we are going to have a penalty here on Toronto. They're going to call a hold. Yes. So Fetisov guilty of hanging out in on that board battle, maybe a touch too long for the officials' liking. So he's going to be guilty of a hold there along the boards. Pressing Bork there, and yep, that was just, according to the ref, just a tick too long. So Calgary now with an opportunity, trailing by 1, to go here on the power play. Reinhart wins it back. Winslow, one-timer Kuznetsov, he shatters his stick. Oh, some loose lumber now out on the ice. And Alexanderson able to get that puck away after the failed attempt by Kuznetsov. Marshall will watch Winslow. Kuznetsov now with the puck by the Calgary bench. He'll get it up to Reinhart. Reinhart with a little bit of room. Shot. Oh, and it just goes wide. Oh, what an opportunity there for Reinhart. Out front, off the post. Laine denied there. Laine another chance. That one stopped by Scots. Kuznetsov in front to Reinhart. Oh, and a kick save there by Daniil Scots. And they'll flip it out. Slater will have the puck. He'll get it over to Winslow, over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov to Laine. Reinhart. Reinhart stays wide, flips it in front. Laine stopped there by Scots. Good opportunity there by the Stallions. They continue to come with pressure. They still have 50 seconds left here on the power play. Reinhart, oh, and another great opportunity. Scots and just keep playing the puck. He doesn't want to get that whistle, apparently, and Marshall will backhand that one out. So we sit here with 30 seconds left here on the power play for Calgary. Demian Fetisov anxiously awaiting his return. Laine stopped there, doesn't get the real shot away. So his stick was deflected on that shot. So another face-off coming here. It'll be Costa against Fyodorov. 22 seconds left here on the Calgary power play. Fyodorov wins it back. Bernier down low to Fyodorov. Tries to stuff one through, and it's off the side of the cage. Delaney up high to Pettersson. Down low to Miller. Bernier in. Stop there. Oh, and Delaney had a great opportunity, but Olsen will flip it out, and that will do it for the Calgary penalty. Or excuse me, Calgary power play. Gunn Pettersson. He'll get it up to Bernier. Lengthy pass to Fyodorov. He's bumped off there as he entered the zone. Jeremiah now with it. He'll go cross ice to Olsen. Olsen will stop up. Looking for a trailer. We'll get it. Olsen, stop there. So Olsen with a good opportunity in front again. He's the lone goal scorer here in the first period. And this is quite a feat right now by Toronto. This is Calgary Stallions team, one of the best first period teams in the entire league. One back by Kawaguchi. Olsen gets the puck poked away off his stick. Jeremiah over to Kawaguchi. In front, Olsen, stop there. Olsen will continue to budge away at it. It'll now come to Warshevsky in the corner. He'll get it up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson feeds Bernier. Up to Miller. Miller across the blue line, picked off by Johansson. Jeremiah with Kawaguchi right with him. He'll get it to Kawaguchi. Shot, sticked away by Fauschenbauer. Jeremiah in the corner. Comes loose to Kawaguchi. He's got it behind the net. Gets it to Olsen. Olsen out front. In the skates of Kawaguchi, unable to do anything with it. 3:20 left here in the first period. Picked off there. Kawaguchi then bumped off the puck by Warshevsky. Kawaguchi, he'll track Wilkinson. It'll get poked back. Now Costa, he'll watch Wilkinson all the way to the corner, and then he's pressed to the boards there. Costa will come up with it. He'll get it to Ostergaard, up to Fetisov. 2.5 minutes left here. Fetisov across the blue line. Feeds across. Costa, stop there. Good pad save by Fauschenbauer. Costa couldn't quite pick a corner. Shot gloved there by Fauschenbauer. Good one-timer from the point. So Fetisov against Pedersen now. Poked away there. Magnuson still with it. Under 2 minutes left here. Up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt trying to attack with speed. He'll get it over to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov gets it poked off his stick. Magnuson now into the corner. He'll lose the puck. Thibault with it. Lionel Thibault. Skates out of the corner. Feeds it up to Fetisov. Fetisov with a little bit of room. Tries to feed it across, and it's picked off by Calgary. They'll battle there in the corner. Kuznetsov now up with it. Under a minute. Reinhardt tries to cut in. Shot. Ooh, and Scotts didn't quite know where it was. It dropped down in front of him, and he's able to cover that one up and get the whistle. So another good opportunity for this Calgary Stallions team. Medved against Slater. Fourth line against fourth line to finish off the period. Slater able to win the drawback. Reed. Shot gets blocked. Now Svensson in the corner. Pressed there by Alden. They'll come in to get at it. In front. Oh, and a good stop. Delaney with a good opportunity. Looked like he committed to the backhand initially and then wasn't sure about it. I think if he stays with the backhand, he has a good chance of tucking that one away past Daniil Scotts. Either way, 14 seconds left here in the first period. Medved against Slater. Slater able to kick it back. Goes cross ice to Reed. Down low to Delaney. To Alden in the slot. Unable to get a shot away. Medved with 4, 3, 2. Long with a slapper. And it's stick to side. Cousins out in front. Can't get feed it to Long for a little deflection on net. So that will do it for the first period here from the RBC Center in Toronto. The Royals with a 1-0 lead on the takeaway there. Off the skate of Kawaguchi right to Olsen's stick, and Olsen buries it past Simon Fauschenbauer for a 1-0 lead. So we're going to take our first intermission. Be back with you folks for the start of the second period here from Toronto. Hello, folks. We are back here at the RBC Center in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I am Les Talk here with you as the Royals and Stallions get ready to go back to action here for the second 20 minutes. Toronto with a 1-0 lead on the shoulders of a Leif Olsen unassisted goal in the first period. Reinhardt now skating away for Calgary. Kawaguchi with it. He'll feed it up to Olsen. Olsen down low to Kawaguchi and stopped there by Fauschenbauer. So good opportunity for the Toronto captain. Jeremiah down low to Olsen. Shot stopped there on Olsen. Jeremiah in front to Kawaguchi. He scores! Easy setup there. Not sure. Fauschenbauer gets frozen there, and it leads to Kawaguchi wide open on the doorstep, and he tucks it away. So that top line going to work again. They now have a 2-0 lead here on the Stallions here at home. And the Stallions team got to get something going offensively. They had plenty of opportunities. Felt like they had a couple bits of sustained. Oh, and there it is right there. Just as I'm speaking about it, Subin Bork says, "Shut your mouth. I'm going to get us back to a 1-goal game," and he does right there. Subin Bork buries it past Daniil Scotts. So 18:22 left here, and we have 2 goals already here in this second period, assisted by Kuznetsov and Reinhardt. Alexanderson will flip in. It'll be touched by Magnuson. He'll try to bring it out from behind his own goal line. Puck is loose there. Olsen in front to Jeremiah. Stoned there by Fauschenbauer. Bork pressed to the boards by Olsen. Jeremiah and Reinhardt in there. Jeremiah feeds it over. Now Olsen behind the net. He'll come to the glove of Fauschenbauer, and he'll hold right there. So 17:30 left here in the second period. A 2-1 game. And goals from Olsen and Kawaguchi for Toronto, and then the most recent, Subin Bork for Calgary, the defenseman, able to fit down into the play and get a slot shot away. Johansson over to Alexanderson. He comes down the slot, gloved by Fauschenbauer. And he'll keep play going. He'll get it up to Bork. Subin Bork goes for a skate, retreats in his own zone, gets it up to Line, over to Wilkinson. Albin Wilkinson, he's buried there by Alexanderson. Allard up to Arvidsson. Walter Arvidsson pressed to the boards by Bork. Magnuson now will skate away. Line gets it poked off his stick. They would have been offside, so Alexanderson will retreat to the red line, get it over to Arvidsson. Walter Arvidsson trying to cut through, shot gets blocked away. Gets it up to Line. Marcus Line will flip in. Will come down in the opposite corner, Johansson on it. He'll kick it up the boards to Alexanderson. Alexanderson with it. We'll get it to Costa. Stopped there by Fauschenbauer. And no hold right there. Face-off coming now to the left of Fauschenbauer. It'll be Fetisov against Fyodorov. Two Russians go at it in the dot. Fyodorov able to win it back. Reed over to Winslow. Winslow will get it up ice to Bogdanovich. Velimir Bogdanovich across the blue line. Feeds it in front. Fyodorov. Oh, and it came to the stick of Shepard, but he couldn't really get a shot away. Alexanderson up with it. We'll get it across ice to Johansson up to Fetisov. Demian Fetisov sticked away for a second by Winslow. He'll continue. Costa just goes wide. Good save there. Might have been off the stick handle of Fauschenbauer. It's still loose in front. Still loose. And we're going to get a slash here on Valentin Winslow, so he's going to be guilty of a slash. I don't quite know where the puck was. They're going to call it that it hadn't quite crossed the line there. It was close, though, as Fauschenbauer swimming in his net, able to get on top of that to get the whistle. Costa now will go up against Delaney in the dot. Delaney wins that face-off draw and will be flipped all the way down by Calgary. First one on it is Olsen back there. Olsen will skate up. He'll get it over to Ostergaard. Ostergaard across the red line, enters the zone. Staying wide, Ostergaard. He'll lose the puck now. Delaney backhand flips it out. 30 seconds gone on the Winslow minor. Olsen up to Costa. Costa to Ostergaard. Ostergaard still with it. Now he'll lose the puck. Marshall in front. Can't get a shot away. It'll be Warshevsky that'll go off the glass and all the way down. Leif Olsen pressed to the boards there by Robbie Delaney. He'll try to kick it free. Costa will have it. Costa gets it up to Olsen to Thibault. He'll go cross ice. It'll be Cade Marshall on the attack. Under a minute left here. Marshall feeds in front. Ostergaard. Olsen scores! So Leif Olsen able to get the power play marker. Assisted by Ostergaard and Marshall. So just like that, back to a 2-goal lead for the Royals here. Calgary going to need a little fight back, as Toronto has looked like the better team here in the second period. In front, Olsen. Oh, and a glove stop there by Fauschenbauer. Olsen that close to the hat trick. Set up by C.C. Jeremiah there. One of the assist leaders in the league so far through about a quarter of the season. Draw will be won back by Kawaguchi. Alexanderson over to Johansson. Jeremiah to Olsen. Tried to feed it down low to Kawaguchi. Unable to get it through. Warshevsky now will come on the break. It'll be Reinhardt sticked away there. And a tripping call coming up here, I believe, on Reinhardt. He was the only one kind of around the puck there. Yep. So Reinhardt going to be guilty of a trip. Face-off now coming Kawaguchi against Pettersson. Pettersson able to win it back. Bork to Magnuson. Magnuson will carry. Try to get out of his own zone. Can't. Kawaguchi now on the attack. Jeremiah. Oh, blockered away. Good opportunity there. Kawaguchi tries to feed the front, and Magnuson will pick that one off. Arvidsson watching Shepard there, and now gets it up to Pettersson. Pettersson, he's got room. Pettersson being watched by Thibault. Tries to get it to the front. It'll be poked away. Jeremiah turns it over to Shepard. Still unable to get it out of the zone is Toronto. Shepard, shot, stopped there by Scots. Kind of poor effort right here from Toronto. They're just sort of allowing Calgary to do what they want. Jeremiah now, he'll take away finally. He'll get it into the zone. Feeds it to Kawaguchi on the backhand. Sticked away by Fauschenbauer. That backhand by Kawaguchi is a good one. Unable to get that one to go, though. Jeremiah will pick it up. He'll get it up to Kawaguchi. He'll lose it right as Warshevsky comes off the bench. Kawaguchi now will track Shepard back into the Calgary zone. He'll continue to stay with him. Now, good pass there by Shepard up to Delaney. Able to get it out. Magnuson, he'll come on the attack. He'll lose the puck there to Olsen. Arvidsson will turn. He'll flip it up to Thibault. Get it up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi. And it's going to be offside as Jeremiah. That good stick there by Joachim Magnuson gets Jeremiah off kilter. He comes in ahead of Kawaguchi with the puck. So now faceoff coming outside the Calgary zone. We'll have that second power play unit. They'll get about 9 seconds of work here. Costa against Delaney. Costa wins the draw. Olsen now will skate in. He'll skate wide. Get it in front. Costa. Stop there. And now that'll do it for the power play as we are halfway through this second period. Slater with a chance. Stays wide. Goes behind the net. Bernier. Oh, and it just goes wide. Was deflected high there. Not sure who got a piece of that. Pedersen. He'll lose that. Ostergaard. So another penalty coming up here for Calgary. Marshall shot gets blocked away. Costa with it behind the net. He's bumped off the puck and touched by Bernier. So another. It'll be Gunn Pedersen guilty of a slash here, as he will take a seat for the Royals, or excuse me, for the Stallions. Yeah, I didn't really see much of anything there, but the official makes the call, and that's what matters. Kawaguchi now, he'll go up against Simon Alden. Kawaguchi wins this one back. Johansson over to Jeremiah. To Svensson. Oh, and a glove stop there. Some traffic out in front. Both Arvidsson and Kawaguchi trying to get inside the sight lines of Simon Fauschenbauer. He's able to make the save. Laine now will go up against Kawaguchi in the dot. Laine able to win it back to Winslow. Feeds it up to Reed. Reed up to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich turns in his own zone. He's bumped by Jeremiah. Able to still make the play. Oh, and then a big hit there. Arvidsson now will be bumped off the puck. Go all the way to the corner with it. Still bumped off the puck. Arvidsson unable to make a pass to create a play there. Kawaguchi now behind the net. Svensson. Johansson. Oh, and a shot goes awry there. Arvidsson trying to take another shot there. Again, that's his game. He's going to try to shoot the puck. You kind of need him to make some more plays with it, though. And it'll be flipped up and out of play by Bogdanovich. So we will come outside the outside the Toronto zone for a draw here. Kawaguchi will go up against Delaney. One away by Toronto. Arvidsson feeds it up. A bad pass picked off by Warshevsky. Delaney to Slater. Arvidsson will watch Bernier there. Now it's pushed down to Slater. Slater in front protecting the puck and a blocker save there by Scotts. Jeremiah in the corner. Feeds it over to Svensson. He'll get it up to Arvidsson. Up to Kawaguchi right at center ice. Kawaguchi tries to get across the blue line and gets it poked off his stick. Arvidsson now. Down low to Kawaguchi. Shot gets blocked away. It'll come out of the zone. Johansson on it. He's pressed to the boards there. It'll come free. And now Kawaguchi will pick it up. He'll get it over to Arvidsson. Arvidsson across the blue line. Flips it in deep. First one on it'll be Bernier. He's pressed there by Ostergaard. Bernier now will skate free. We'll get it up to Slater. As Toronto was going for a change right as the power play comes to an end. Slater down low to Delaney. Stopped there by Scotts. It's behind him. It's right at the side of the goal, and he will hold it right there. Olsen gets it up to Marshall. 6.5 minutes left here in the second period. Marshall staying wide, feeds it in front. Costa pushes it back to the point, and they'll be picked off by Albin Wilkinson. Kuznetsov up to Bork. 6 minutes left here in the second period. Bork shot right into the pads of Daniil Scotts. He'll keep play going, though. Alexanderson gets it up to Ostergaard. Ostergaard to Cousins. Cousins with a little bit of room. He'll go to the corner. We'll stop up there. Gets it in front to Long. Long unable to get a shot away. Wilkinson takes it away. Looks to get up ice. Again, a fast-moving game here in Toronto. Not many stoppages. So we had the few penalties there by Calgary. So we sit with 5 minutes left here in the second period. Wilkinson goes cross ice to Bork. Bork looks to get it up ice. Gets it to Kuznetsov. Wilkinson just on sides. Wilkinson stopped there by Scotts. And now Bogdanovich. Oh, and Scotts able to secure it underneath the pads to get the stoppage. Demian Fetisov will face off against Alexei Fyodorov here in the Toronto zone. Fetisov able to win it back to Johansson. They'll be pressed there by Fyodorov. Comes free now, and Johansson able to pick it up. He'll get it out to Fetisov. They'll break out now. Fetisov gets to the red line and flips in. Winslow, first one on it for Calgary. He'll get it up to Reed. Reed will turn back in his own zone, get it poked away by Ostegard. Winslow up to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich sticked away for a second. Fetisov at his own blue line. Turned over now. Alexanderson able to secure that puck away from Matej Shepard. Gets it up ice to Costa. DJ Costa turns. Looks for a shot. Can't get a lane. Shepard now with it for Calgary. He'll get it poked away in neutral ice. Gets it up to Winslow. Valentin Winslow. Gets it to Alexanderson. Reed. And now Wilkinson will have it. Bumped there by Johansson. He'll come out to Laine. Down low to Shepard. Across to Reed. To Winslow. Goes across to Wilkinson. Wilkinson bumped off the puck. Ostegard with it. He'll get it up to Johansson. Laine will get it at the red line and flip in. It'll be Johansson on it. Johansson goes up to Olsen. Poked away. Alexanderson to Johansson. Up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi wide. He'll get bumped off the puck by Warshevsky. Warshevsky on the attack. Gets it to Bernier. Turned over to Jeremiah. Oh, tried to feed Kawaguchi, streaking up the ice, and he's unable to. Poked away. Tabo will take it. He'll get it to Olsen. Go cross ice. It'll be Jeremiah to Kawaguchi at center ice. And then another big hit by Stas Warshevsky. Poked away once again. Puck is loose there right at the Toronto bench. Close to being too many men, but they're able to stay legal. There, Arvidsson will flip it into the zone, but unable to get it deep. And a power play coming up here for Toronto again. So an interference call going to be on Alyosha Kuznetsov. So Kuznetsov guilty of the penalty there. As they say he's bumping with Arvidsson just a second too long. We will now have a draw here. Costa will go up against Delaney. Screenshot. Delaney able to win it back. Bernier over to Slater. Slater gets to the red line, gets it to Warshevsky. He'll flip it in. It'll be Olsen with it. He'll get it up to Marshall. Marshall over to Ostegard. Ostegard across the blue line and gets pummeled there. Bernier in front. Oh, and Marshall with a good opportunity. So a 3-1 game here as we head to the third and final period here in a game for the top of the Canada division. On goals by Kawaguchi and Olsen there in the second period, and then Subin Bork for the goal for Calgary. So we'll take our second intermission. Be right back with you folks for the start of the final 20 minutes here from Toronto. All right, folks, we are back here in the RBC Center in the GTA, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So the Toronto Royals enter the period with a 3-1 lead on the Calgary Stallions. Winner will take first place, sole possession in the Canada division. Toronto starts the period on a power play. Arvidsson up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi across the blue line, tries to feed it across to Arvidsson. It's picked off. Kawaguchi with it down low. Gets it back up to Olsen. Tabo will have it. He's bumped there. Big hit there by Vinny Slater. Oh, and another penalty coming up here. Olsen now with it. He'll go across to Jeremiah. Jeremiah will get it poked off a stick. So a 5-on-3 upcoming is an interference call. Another one. This one on Vinny Slater. He and Kuznetsov will become buddies there in the box. So they're going to call, again, I think kind of some weak ones here in favor of the Royals. Either way, it's going to be a 5-on-3 for 57 seconds. Costa will go up against Reinhardt. Costa able to win it back. Svensson down low. Stop there. Stopped on Ostegard. Svensson had it at the boards. Now goes behind the net to Marshall. Marshall out front to Ostergaard. Cross to Johansson. Down low. Picked off. Subin Bork will get it away from danger. He'll get it up to Reinhardt. Cross the red line. Enters the zone. Bradley Reinhardt has an assist already today. Bork. Oh, and a glove save there by Scots. A great opportunity for the Stallions. Shorthanded. And we also want to congrats Subin Bork earlier tonight getting his first career PIHANA goal. And it was a snipe too. He whistled one right past Daniil Scots. Right as I was talking about, Stallions not doing much offensively. So he shut me up real quick, and that's I think every player's dream is to make less talk, do less talking. Magnuson gets it poked away there. Ostergaard with it at the red line. He'll get it up to Marshall. Cade Marshall comes across. Marshall knocked away in front. Joakim Magnuson gets it up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov flips it in. It'll be Johannes Johansson on it. He'll get it up ice off the boards to Marshall. Cade Marshall to the blue line. Stops, feeds it back. Svensson. Shot stop there. And that'll get a stoppage there. So we are just to the man advantage now for another 35 seconds. And they'll have that top power play unit out. And they'll have their top penalty kill out. Delaney and Shepard will get ready to go against Kawaguchi, Jeremiah, and Arvidsson. Face off one by Delaney. Bernier looking to skate away. He's watched there by Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi able to press Bernier to the boards. Comes free for a sec. Comes out of the zone, and Svensson will be offside. So Svensson trying to keep that in. It's a good flip from the corner there to get it out of danger. So this penalty, this power play winding down. Just 20 seconds left. Kawaguchi again against Delaney. And it'll be won by Delaney. Bernier in neutral ice. Gets it up to Delaney to Shepard. Shepard with a little bit of room and now knocked off his stick there. Arvidsson tries to get free. He'll get it up to Kawaguchi. Kawaguchi across the blue line. He's got room. Kawaguchi in. Stop there. Oh, and Jeremiah just tucks it wide. Good poke check there. Kawaguchi now in front. Oh, can't get back to the forehand. As Warshevsky with a good back check to take the puck away. Kuznetsov with it. Kuznetsov goes low. Feeds it to Delaney. He's pressed to the boards there. Slater tries to get out of the corner. He will. Slap shot. Warshevsky. It goes up and over the net. Kuznetsov now behind the net to Bernier. Down low Delaney. Glove stop by Scots. And he will hold right there. So the power plays have ended. We are back to 5-on-5 play. Almost 4 minutes gone here in the final 20 minutes. Toronto leading 3-1 on the visiting Calgary Stallions. Calgary after this will get a couple days off and they will head even further east to face the Montreal Mammoths, the team who has been at the top of the division basically all year. And now we'll see if one of these two teams, if they can start to get themselves a little distance away from the Mammoths at the top of the Canada division. Kawaguchi will press Warshevsky against the boards. He'll kick it free to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov able to skate out. He'll continue to carry across the blue line, enters the zone. Kuznetsov stopped there. Reinhardt, had it on the doorstep, but unable to get that shot through. I believe it was blocked. Alexanderson now up to Jeremiah. Jeremiah trying to drag across. He'll continue. Be bumped off his stick and dislodged there. Bernier continues to fight with Jeremiah. Pedersen now with it. Watched by Kawaguchi. Bernier to Laine. Laine gets it sticked away right at his own blue line. It'll be forced up ice. Kuznetsov. He'll try to swim across Alexanderson. Unable to. And an up ice pass. Cade Marshall now. Marshall being watched there. And he'll lose the puck to Winslow. Marshall then will press Winslow to the boards. It'll be kicked free. Leon Miller with it. Miller will turn in his own zone. Get it to Winslow. Winslow up ice to Wilkinson. Albin Wilkinson bodied there right at the blue line. Alexanderson with it. He'll turn it over. Miller in front. Oh, and a good stop there. Great play set up there by Leon Miller. As he was looking for Marcus Laine off the turnover and unable to beat Daniil Scots, who's had a great performance here, a bounce-back performance after a .429 save percentage in just 8 minutes against Boston last night in what ended up being a 7-6 overtime loss for Toronto, so they still got their point out of the deal. But Daniil Scott's definitely not happy with his performance in that game. Arvidsson without a stick. He'll skate to the bench to get one. Bogdanovich down low. Fedorov. Oh, and it's kicked aside by Scots. Alexanderson in front. Bogdanovich. He'll put it up the boards. Bogdanovich now with it. Shepard will have it in the corner. Shepard will try to kick it free. It'll come loose to Lane Allard. Get it up to Johannes Johansson. Marshall with it. Johansson now up to Allard. Allard will flip it in. Reed pressed to the boards there. He'll kick it up. There's Arvidsson, still loose stick. Costa tries to get to the front of the net. Puts it behind to Fetisov, in front to Costa. And a glove stop there by Fauschenbauer. He'll glove it there with 10:45 left here in the third period. A 3-1 Toronto lead here at home against the Stallions. Fetisov will go up against Slater in the dot. Both teams wearing their alternate uniforms. Toronto going with the Lions mane gold, and the Stallions going with the Steel Stallion, their silver alternates here tonight. So it'll be dumped in. Johansson now will take it. He'll get it up ice to Alexanderson. Alexanderson will carry across the red line, enter the zone. Defenseman now leading the rush. He'll get it poked off his stick, and Alden will take it away. He'll get it up to Delaney. Numbers here for Calgary. If they go quick, Delaney tries to feed it across, and a good stick there by Johansson. I believe Alexanderson on the back check. Great job, able to sprint back and get there. Alexanderson again, the defenseman leading the rush as his forwards go off for a change. Alexanderson will continue to carry. He'll get to the front of the net. Knocked off his stick. Darren Long. Shot. Kicked away by Fauschenbauer. Good stick there. And now Pettersson. He'll come away with it. Then Pettersson gets it sticked away right before he enters the zone. And now he will enter the zone. Bodied there by Alexanderson. Pettersson back up with it. Reinhardt in front. Oh, and it stopped there by Scotts. Looked like he came loose to Pettersson. He put it on net. And Daniil Scotts able. to score here in Toronto. Folks, our microphone just got disconnected right there in the last minute. I don't know why that keeps happening in these games, but 37 seconds left here. Calgary trailing by 1. Toronto now will get a face-off in the Calgary zone. Fauschenbauer still unable to get out of that net to get the extra attacker on. Face-off will be won by Calgary. Fed up to Kuznetsov. Kuznetsov will turn. They'll continue to battle along the boards there. Pettersson trying to get it away. It'll be kicked back down, and now there goes Fauschenbauer with just 25 seconds left. Reinhardt with an opportunity. Feeds it over to Magnuson. Down low to Kuznetsov. Trying to get it in front and unable to. Arvidsson will get blown up there. Johansson with 15 seconds left looking to clear. He'll get it out of the zone. He'll then retreat as it's going to be a penalty. Oh, no. So a penalty on the Stallions. They're going to call a charge against Keith Reed. And that will all but seal this victory for the Royals here. Yep, that right there is what they're going to call as the charge. I kind of thought it was in real time too. So a good call in my estimation. With 12 seconds left, that should just about do it. Face off one there. Magnuson look to carry up ice. Picked off there. They'll battle for it at the blue line. Jeremiah to Kawaguchi. He won't get a shot away as Fauschenbauer couldn't leave the net. So Toronto now finds themselves at the top of the Canada division with 24 points with a big home victory over the Calgary Stallions here tonight. So that is going to do it for us here again. If you'd like to head over, our second game of the evening will be the Edmonton Dinos in Minnesota to face the Norse. They just played the other day. They'll get another chance to do it here tonight. If you'd like to head over there, that game's going to start any minute now. If you'd like to stay here for our post-game stats and information, we'll be right back with you in about 10 seconds. Thanks for joining us, folks. All right, hello, folks. Thanks so much for joining us here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada at the RBC Centre. I am Les Talk here with you. The Toronto Royals come away with a big 3-2 victory over the Calgary Stallions here at home on the strength of 2 goals, one on the power play from Leif Olsson. Bit of an unexpected candidate, but he's still able to bury a couple goals here tonight. The other goal by Victor Kawaguchi. 2 goals today will be from Bork and Laine for the Stallions here today. So the team stats that we have in front of you there, Toronto with outshooting the Stallions 34-29. Calgary then out hitting the Royals 34-23. Penalty minutes 12 for Calgary, 4 for Toronto. It was a little closer to 10, but that late charging call on Keith Reed puts it at 12. Toronto, the only team able to capitalize on a power play. They go 1 of 6. Calgary goes 0 of 2. And no shorthanded goals here tonight. We take a look at the individual stats. So we take a look here. The Toronto Royals, so Leif Olsson, the big point getter, 2 goals and an assist for 3 points. And then some of the usual characters with a point there, Kawaguchi, Jeremiah, and Marshall, 3 of their leading point guys right there. And then Finn Ostergaard, who I think is making a case for him to be reinstated back to that second line. He got put down onto the third. He's been playing pretty good hockey ever since. So you think maybe there's an opportunity for him up on the third line. I would have made a case for him to move up to the top line, but I think the way Olsson's playing right now, you keep that top line together. You maybe just replace Ostergaard or switch Ostergaard and Allard once again. Or, I mean, even Arvidsson, he hasn't looked incredible lately, and he definitely looks a little fragile on the puck at times. So, our no-point getters, we got Thibault, Alexanderson, Johansson, Fetisov, Arvidsson, Svensson, Medved, Cousins, Allard, Sigurdsson, Costa, Bowman, and Long. Svensson, the only one on the entire team that will get a plus on the scoreboard today. Johansson, the only one with a minus here today. Our shots, we have Olsson and Kawaguchi with 7. Jeremiah able to tally 3 on net today. Costa with 4, and Darren Long, a bit of a surprise suspect there, picks up 3 shots on the day as well. Our hits leaders, Alexanderson has 6, Johansson with 5, and those are kind of the usual suspects. Olsson able to put 3 bodies on people. Fetisov and Svensson away with 2, and Ostegard also with 2. And now the goaltending. Bit of a shocker here. They go with Scots. Everybody kind of expected them to go to Belotis, but they decided Belotis needs a rest day. He was supposed to get that rest day yesterday. Didn't get it because Scots performed not so well. And so they give Scots the opportunity here, and he rewards that confidence from the coaching staff with 29 shots against on 27 saves for a 9.31 save percentage, 2 goals against for the Royals goaltender. So a great performance there from Daniil Scots. We now head to the other side, the Calgary Stallions, who fail to jump into first place once again here. Reinhardt and Kuznetsov with an assist each, as well as Vinny Slater, and then Subin Bork and Marcus Laine with the goals here today. All of them except for Slater will get a +1 on the scoreboard today. Our no points getters, we got Warshevsky, Bernier, Pedersen, Magnuson, Wilkinson, Miller, Reed, Fyodorov, Delaney, Shepard, Bogdanovich, Winslow, and Alden. Magnuson able to get a +1 despite not getting a point. Quite a few minuses there. We see Reed, Delaney, Winslow, and Alden all with a -1, as well as Warshevsky, and then the +1s, Reinhardt, Kuznetsov, Bork, Laine, and Magnuson. Our shots leaders, I see Laine there with 6, Wilkinson tallies 4, and then Delaney with 3, along with a few others in Reinhardt and Bork. Our hits leader, Stas Warshevsky, with a big performance there as he comes up with 12 hits today. 4 for Bernier. You see 3 for Slater, 3 for Magnuson, 3 for Reed, and that'll do it for the hits leaders there. Now the goaltending, Fauschenbauer with a admirable performance. He comes up on 34 shots against. He comes up with 31 saves for a 9.12 save percentage, so not a bad performance. I think for him, he's just disappointed he's unable to come away with the win. He's thinking about maybe one of those that he's able to stop. He can at least get his team a point here today, but unable to do so. Now we'll take a peek at some of the goals here from today. Let's go to the first period, as it was the Leif Olsen goal, and of course they don't have a highlight for me to see. Why would they? All right, Leif Olsen with the power play goal here. Carried across the line by Marshall, fed to the middle by Ostegard, and then right over to Olsen, who actually goes against the grain on Fauschenbauer. Fauschenbauer trying to beat him to the post, and Olsen able to tuck it far side here. You'll see as Olsen carries there, able to get it to that far side and beat Simon Fauschenbauer. Then the Kawaguchi goal. Shot here. I mean, Fauschenbauer just gets absolutely... Oh, that's what he was doing. He was trying to go for a poke check on Jeremiah, and that poke check allows Fauschenbauer to not be able to move there, as Kawaguchi had the entire goal mouth to aim for, and he's able to bury it past Simon Fauschenbauer there. And then Bork, right when I was saying they weren't getting a ton of opportunities, so Bean Bork just rips one right over the glove of Daniil Scots here. So he enters the zone. Bork there rips it right on by him. What a shot there from the defenseman, his first career goal in the PIHANA. And then we take a look at the only period of the third goal. Marcus Laine in across the line with a slapper. And again, that one beats him on the blocker side, Daniil Scots. So we'll see it here from the blue line. Slap shot right there by him. Another angle of it here. And just right over the blocker there of Daniil Scots. So one that I think Scots would have liked to have back, and especially if Calgary could have tied that game late, Scots definitely would have looked back on that one and thought, yeah, I got to stop that one there. So that's going to do it for our coverage here from Toronto. Again, we got one more game coming up here tonight. It'll be the Edmonton Dinos in Minnesota to take on the Norse. So I am Les Talk. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us here at the RBC Center in Toronto. We will see you next time.